playoffs, 35 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions. Those are MVP caliber numbers.
What up, Nation? Falcons Nation, it's your boy Jazzy Jeff. Real talk, no gimmicks. And today has been a really weird day. You're probably wondering why I'm making a video this early in the morning, because usually I'm at work. So I had to get my car fixed. Apparently I need a new, it's called a manifold cat converter. I'm not a big car guy, but they said it can cost like $800. So I had to drop off my car. So I took off work. So I'm chilling on my couch. So I'm like, okay, while I'm waiting, let me just, turn on First Take or, Undisputed, see what they're talking about. And coincidentally, when I turn on ESPN, when I turn on Undisputed, they talking about the Falcons. And your man Shannon Sharp defended Matt Ryan for being ranked lower than Baker Mayfield and Deshaun Watson. And I was just shocked, because usually we don't get any topics on these talk shows. It's like 99% Dallas Cowboy topics. So it blew me away. And the fact that Shannon Sharp defended us and brought up everything that I was saying in my other videos, he brought every single point I made up in today's show. So that was awesome to see. Of course, Skip Bayless was defending Baker Mayfield, saying he's better than Matt Ryan, which is a joke. So, they always need a pundit on those shows. So then I'm like, okay, well, let me switch to First Take. And then First Take is also talking about the Falcons. And they brought up who has more pressure, Matt Ryan or Cam Newton. And Stephen A. Smith said Matt Ryan has more pressure because his numbers are better. He thinks he's a better quarterback, and he has more parts on his team to win. So he thinks the pressure is more on him. But it was just funny that they actually talked about our team. It was refreshing, and I enjoyed that. So maybe it was a sign that I need to be home today. Anyways, that's not what you're here for. I'm here to talk about the Broncos Falcons Hall of Fame game preview, and I know a lot of y'all are gonna say, "Well, Jeff, it's a preseason, it doesn't matter." But am I not gonna talk about the game? Do you not want me to talk about the game? I'm gonna talk about the game. But I like to go back in the past before I speak on the future, so I can learn lessons. And I wanted to see if I remember what happened back then. So I went back to the Falcons-Broncos 1998 Super Bowl. A lot of y'all probably weren't even alive for that. I was 13 years old, and from what I remember, Terrell Davis was just a monster in that game. So I go back to the numbers, and yep, I was right. He had 25 carries and 102 yards in the ground. And then Shannon Sharp, he actually didn't do much. He actually had only two catches for 29 yards. So what happened to big play shade? Did that come later, or I don't remember. So we actually ended up losing that game 34-19. Chris Chandler threw 3 interceptions, and the Broncos were just loaded on every position. They had obviously Ed McCaffrey, Chris McCaffrey's father. They had John Elway. They had Terrell Davis. They had Shannon Sharp. They had literally everybody. So I didn't think we had a chance versus that Broncos team. Then I was like reminiscing about how in 2016, when the Falcons played the Broncos, and the Broncos started off 4-0 that season, and they had the no-fly zone. Do y'all remember that? It was Chris Harris and Talib and all them boys, and it was the no-fly zone, and no one could throw on them. And then Matt Ryan marched into Denver, and he threw for 267 and a touchdown, and Tevin Coleman shredded them for 132 yards receiving. Tevin Coleman, our running back, receiving. And he also scored a touchdown. Devontae Freeman had 88 yards on the ground and a touchdown, and we pretty much did whatever we wanted with them on the offense. So we were the first team to give them their first loss of the season. We broke up that no-fly zone, and the Falcons won 23-16 that day. So that was a great day. But looking forward to the Hall of Fame game, I wanted to look at a little of the Broncos rosters and what they did during the offseason. We know they drafted Drew Lock, and then they drafted that amazing tight end from Iowa, Noah Fant. And they drafted that defensive lineman from Ohio State, Draymond Jones. They also signed Joe Flacco, but we all know he's probably not going to play in this game because he's the starter. So we are going to get a good long look at this Drew Lock kid to see what he's made of. So hopefully we can rattle him. They obviously also have that stud Philip Lindsay. He's that young fast kid out of Colorado, the running back. But he's probably also not going to play because he's a starter. So we're going to be looking at defending Royce Freeman. They also have, obviously, Cortland Sutton, who's on the wide receiver on the rise, and Emmanuel Sanders. They got rid of Demaryius Thomas. So I don't think a lot of those guys are going to play. We're more likely to see a Deshaun Hamilton type of player out there for the Broncos. So now on our side, obviously, Matt Ryan probably ain't going to play. Freeman ain't going to play. Julio ain't going to play. Calvin ain't going to play. So Falcons Nation, who are you most excited to see in this game? Y'all already know I love Quadri Olson. I think this kid is going to be great, and I just want to see if the Falcons are going to feed this kid. Because Freeman ain't going to play. I'm not sure if Ito's going to get a lot of work. I'm not sure. But Quadri's going to definitely do good. I want to see more Russell Gage. This guy's having a great camp, and he's just catching everything. And I think he's more than just a special teamer. I think he can actually make our rotation of receivers. I also want to see the young rookie defense. I want to see Jordan Miller. I want to see Kendall Sheffield. I want to see what Kaminsky can do. I already know what Grady can do. I don't need to see it. I don't need to see Keanu. I don't need to see Rico. Those guys just need to be healthy. I don't need to see Deion Jones. He needs to be healthy. I kind of want to see Isaiah Oliver out there because this is going to be his first run at being the starting corner on our team. So I need to see that. I need to see what he can do. I definitely want to see Chris Lindstrom. And the guy I am going to be staring at the entire game is going to be Caleb McGrary. If this guy is going to struggle against backups in a Hall of Fame game, I am going to be worried. So I really need to see this guy. I know a lot of Falcons, Nation is backing this guy and say, "Oh, Jazzy Jeff, give him time. Jazzy Jeff, give him time." But okay, we gonna see. He's officially on my clock, so we gonna see on Thursday what Caleb McGrary can do. That's all I got for now. Obviously, it's a Hall of Fame game, so there's not much to go into to be vanilla. A lot of vanilla defenses, offenses, and not a lot of starters going to play. But I just wanted to take a little sneak preview at what's to come for this game, and I hope you all check it out. I know Lieutenant Dan's going to be live streaming that game, I believe, so make sure y'all check that out and stay tuned for his announcement on his channel. And as always, rise up, y'all.